Hey guys, in this video we're going to be looking at some basic card controls. Card controls are used in nearly every card effect, and they just allow you to take a card and apparently lose it in the deck while actually controlling it to the location of your choice. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Let's get into it. Okay, so there's going to be two parts to this tutorial. In the first part we're going to look at how to get a break, and in the second part we're actually going to look at how to control the cards. So we need to know how to get a break, and a break just means that when you take a card and you push it into the deck, you can get a break either above or beneath the card with your pinky or thumb usually. And once you've got a break you can start controlling the cards. If I wanted to control, let's say, the five of clubs, if I get a break under the five of clubs right there, then I can either cut it to the top like that or use another control like that. Okay, so the first method of getting a break winner we're looking at is one you'll see me use most often. It makes use of a dribble, so we can take any card you want, like the King of Hearts, and we take all these cards above the King of Hearts and we just dribble them right on top like that, and we can get a break right above that King of Hearts. So this is probably my favourite method of getting a break, as I think it looks quite simple, it's easy to do, and no one really suspects anything. So the first step of getting a break using this method is to firstly have a card selected, obviously. So also we're using the Ace of Hearts. Now what you want to do is you go to the spectator and you say stop at any time while you're dribbling through the pack. So let's say they stop right there. You take their card and you put it back right there, and then you're going to say you'll lose it in the centre of the pack. And what you do is you dribble these cards on top. Now it's very important when you do this that the first card you dribble down is slightly injogged like that. So you can see the Queen of Hearts that I dribbled down is injogged. This is key to the control. If you don't do this then it won't work, because what you're going to do after you've dribbled all the cards on top, what you do, you bring your right thumb and contact the back of the cards here, and you lift up everything above that injogged card like that, then you square in, allowing you to get a break. That's exaggerated, obviously the break would be a lot smaller like that, but we'll just use it that. So you can see I've got the break right between the Queen of Hearts and the Ace of Hearts, and that's going to allow me to control them. So we'll just do that once more. Take the Ace of Hearts, we put it in the centre of the pack, and we take all the cards above and we dribble them down on top, injogging the first card there. Then everything else goes on top. Contact all the cards, lift everything up above the card, get the break, and control from there. Okay, the second method of getting a break we're going to be looking at looks a bit like this. So we can take the Ace of Hearts, and what we do, you just place it into the centre like that, and in an apparent motion of squaring up the deck, you actually get a Pinkie Break right there. So how are we going to do this? Well, what you want to do is you want to put the card into the deck about a third of the way in, like that. So it's just sticking out. Then you can show everybody the card like that. Once you've done that, what you want to do is contact the top left of this card with your middle and ring finger, like that. And what you're going to do, at the same time you want your thumb in the bottom left corner of the deck, like that. So that's how you're holding the deck. What you want to do is push this card in with your middle and ring finger. And what you should notice is it actually kicks out here, because you'll have your left middle finger just on this edge of the packet as you're holding the deck in mechanics grip, and as you push this card in, it kicks out in this corner here. Now if you just complete that, that's what it looks like when it's completed. You've got a slight edge kicking out here and kicking out here. So we'll just run through that again. Got the Ace of Hearts. Place it into the centre of the deck. You take your middle and ring finger there, thumb there. Your other fingers on your left hand are here in Mechanic's Grip. You start pushing this card in, and your pinky and ring fingers of the left hand come out slightly to allow this card to jut out here. Once you've pushed in all the way here, you'll have it kicking out a bit here and a bit here. Once you're in this position, you want to get your left pinky and pull down on this this bit of the card that's out jogged slightly, like that, and that's going to allow you to get a break. As at the same time, you want your right thumb to pull up on all the cards above that card, allowing you to cut the cards like so and control that Ace of Hearts back to the top. So we'll just go over that second bit of that move one more time. After you've pushed the card in, you get the break as it's out jogged slightly. Your pinky comes in, grabs that card, thumb lifts up everything above the break, allowing you to get the break and then control the cards. So that's the second method of getting a break. Okay, the final method of getting a break we're going to be looking at is really simple, really easy. All you want to do is have a card selected, have it put back in the centre of the deck, close up the spread and get a break. That's what it looks like. The way of doing this is really easy. You just separate the cards into two packets like that, and as you're closing up the right hand spread on top of this card, as this packet comes in, you just want to bring your pinky and do that. Just shove it on top of this card. And what you do is you cover this motion of the pinky with this spread so no one sees you actually do that movement. And once you squared it up, that's what it'll happen. So you can see your pinky is holding the break on that card, allowing you to control the cards and get the card back on top. Okay, so we've learned three methods of getting a break. Now let's look at how to control the card. Okay, so the first method of controlling the cards we're going to be looking at is called the double undercut. Looks something like this, so you can get a break and then just perform a double undercut to get the card back on top. So you want to do this by firstly getting a break using any of the three methods we've just learnt. And once you've got your break, you want to contact the back edge of the cards with your right thumb and the front edge with your middle ring and pinky finger if you want. So you should hold the cards like this. It's called a middle grip. So that's what it looks like. Thumb on the back edge, middle ring and pinky on the front edge. Index just rests here. Once you're holding the cards like this, you want to do the double undercut by dropping off about half this bottom packet into your left hand, like that, and then you want to move these to the top. And as you place them on top, your your index and middle fingers come off the packet to allow these cards onto the top, like that. And you then want to do this again, but this time you're just going to drop off the whole bottom packet, like that. And you're going to do the same motion again, come round on top, slide it on, and square up. And you should find that you've controlled the Ace of Hearts, or the card you're controlling, to the top. So once again, Ace of Hearts goes into the middle, while we get our break. We then hold it in a middle grip, thumb at the back, and ring, middle, and possibly pinky on the front edge of the cards. Drop off about half the bottom packet into your left hand, bring it on top, rest of the packet into left hand, bring it on top. Okay, so the second method of controlling the cards we're going to be looking at is very similar to the double undercut, but it looks a bit different as it involves a swing cut as well. So it looks like this, and it has the same effect. It looks a bit more complicated, I think. Probably better to do than a double undercut. So how do you do this? Well, you want to break first, and the first step is practically the same as a double undercut. You want to hold it in middle grip, drop off about half the bottom packet into your left hand, like that. You're then going to come around to the top, but instead of doing that like the double undercut, you're just going to hold the packet like this. Next, you're going to rotate your left wrist down like that. So your hand is palm down, and then you come across with your left thumb and contact the bottom left edge of this top packet. What you want to do is, if you contact it here, you should find that you can lift this packet up and pivot it around your middle and ring fingers, like that. So what you want to do is rotate your hand palm down, contact it here, and pivot it around. At the same time, bringing this hand face up again, and it'll have that effect. So we'll just do it again. Drop off about half the bottom packet, bring it out, rotate palm down, contact here, pivot it around. At the same time, you rotate this hand palm up again, and if you rotate this packet 180 degrees like that, it'll actually drop on top of that bit. All you want to do is drop this packet left in your right hand, right on top, and what you'll find is you controlled that top card back to the top. So the third and final method of controlling the cards we're going to be looking at is called the table cut. It looks like this. So we can take the card and lose it in the middle of the pack, and then do a few cuts like that, and have the card right on top. So you're going to do this firstly by getting a break, so we can lose it into the middle of the pack. We can use the in-jog dribble method to get the break. Once you've got the break, you want to take about roughly a third of these cards on top and place them down on the table like that. That's the first step. Second step, you lift up everything above the break, and you've got a choice here. If you just want to do it quickly, you can just drop that on top and then drop the final packet on top, and that'll control the ace. So in real speed it looks like this. 3 fast cuts. Might fool some people, but if you want to make it look a bit more complex, what you can do is, after you've dropped this first packet, you can take everything above the break again in middle grip, so middle and ring here, thumb at the back, and you can do what's called a swing cut across back to here, like that, and then drop this packet on. So it looks a bit more complicated. You've done the same move, but it just looks slightly more complicated. So we'll just do that again. Get your break, drop a third off. Once you've got this packet here, you want to lift up about half the cards with your index finger, and what you should find is you can move these slightly around your thumb, like that. So what you're going to do is you're going to stretch your index finger across, and at the same time your left thumb is going to stretch and pull this card across. Once you've done that, you drop this packet down, you come back, you lift up this packet above the break. See, I've still got a break, my pinky's still on top. I'll drop this card on top, and then I lift up everything here and drop that on top. So it looks a bit of a mess, but you can just square it up, and you should find you still got that card on top. Okay, so that's everything for this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like, favourite, comment and subscribe. This has been Complete Deception, and I'll see you later.